Hey, how's it going? My name is Siân Brown and I'm a singer-songwriter living in Cork City in Ireland, and I am documenting the making of my second music video for my song Last Life. And Last Life is on my recently released album And She Was, which is on Spotify and Bandcamp if you're interested. But Last Life has been touching people all over the world. I've had people from Australia and England and America and Wales and the very, very top of this country in Ireland contacting me about Last Life. I think it's really touching people. I think it's touching people because it kind of deals with the subject of what happens when we die, or that whole mystery, the whole mystery of it. Because in the song I say, when I finally leave this place, I won't be coming back. And then there's another part where it's like, now I'm floating up into space, see how small it's become, drifting into the ether, I get bigger and bigger, my heart like the sound of the drum. So I'm kind of, pretending that my life energy has left my body and is just getting bigger and bigger as it kind of disappears into the ether. And so I like thinking about these things. I wanted to do a kind of real trippy video, seeing as it's talking about leaving your body, because when you talk to, or when you read about or listen to people who have had near-death experiences, they talk about this world full of love and colors and all that kind of stuff. And people say the same thing when they trip, or holotropic breath work kind of can bring on that state as well, and meditation can bring on that state, transcendental meditation or something like that. So there seems to be this realm of the non-physical where we can have these mad experiences in. And that's where I'm going to try and draw images and symbols from for my video, if that makes any sense. I'm doing a lot of mandalas. I like Carl Jung, and I like his theory of the collective unconscious. So his theory is that humans were born with kind of shared knowledge and imagery, and maybe this is why everybody sees the same things when they're have a near-death experience, or they're tripping, or they're meditating, or whatever. And maybe the reason why we all see the same kind of things is because of this shared collective unconscious. But he saw a lot of patients. He was a psychoanalyst, and he saw a lot of patients, and he did a lot of dream analysis as well. And a lot of his patients talked about these mandalas, and mandalas is a Sanskrit word for magic circle. Mandala is like a wheel, it's a circle, and in the middle, the funny thing is they popped up everywhere, all over the world at the same place. At the same time, I mean, not in the same place. All over the world at the same time, which is kind of like the 100 monkey theory, which I love, but I have no time to talk about that right now. And so depending on where they were and what they believed in, it would reflect upon that. So the Aztecs would have suns in the middle because they worship sun gods. The Christian mandalas would have Christ in the middle. There were mandalas with Buddha in the middle, all over the world. So I have started a mandala. I'm just doing prototypes now. I'll show you. There it is. There's the mandala that I've started. I'm using black card and I'm using tissue paper to put colors in, because this is on my light pad, and I'm going to show you now. There you go. That's my light pad lit up. It's really pretty. It glows really nice. And I haven't finished yet. This is blank. I'm going to put some stuff in there. And in hindsight, I shouldn't have glued that middle bit in, because afterwards I realized that I would really like if, say, the middle and the outside spun clockwise while this bit spun anti-clockwise. I think that would be a good animation. It will be kind of hypnotic and trippy, and maybe a bit sickening too, which is kind of like all those experiences that people describe. So that's what I'm doing there with the mandalas. And let's see, did I get that right? Oh, Yeah, that's okay. So there's this whole kind of mad place that nobody can really like 100% tell you is true. There's so many different theories. I mean, I'm obsessed with this new podcast. Well, it's not new, it came out last year, but podcast with this guy Donald Hoffman. He's a scientist who is trying to find the mathematical language to explain consciousness, and he reckons that we're in a computer or some kind of a simulation, and that this is kind of like our version of virtual reality, because there's this woman called Jill Taylor, right? She wrote a book called A Stroke of Insight. I'm sorry, I'm jumping all over the place, but there's so much going on in my brain and it's hard to get it out, and there's too much to go in 10 minutes. But this woman, Jill Taylor, wrote this book, A Stroke of Insight. She was a brain scientist who had a stroke in the left-hand side of her brain, and was able to describe it and investigate it in an amazing way, because she was already a brain scientist. So she had this stroke in the left side of her brain. Left side of the brain, of course, is language and reasoning and logic and categorizing and all that kind of mathematical stuff. And right brain is where you're just connected to the here and now and you're present. So when the left side of the brain went, the right side was dominant, and she felt completely like at one with the universe. She said she looked at her hands, and at first they looked like she just couldn't work out. She was in some strange creature. And then as it got progressively worse, she couldn't make out where her hand ended and the wall began. All the atoms, she said, were all melding into each other. Like there was like no barrier between her and anything anymore. She was just literally at one, and she felt huge and expansive and beautiful. And it took her 8 years to recover. And because she said, when I went to that place, it was so beautiful, I didn't really want to come back. But it took her 8 years to recover. And then she wrote this incredible book, A Stroke of Insight, which I read a few years ago. So she basically said, look, there's more to life than meets the eye. There just is. But our left brain is there to kind of anchor us in this reality, because otherwise we wouldn't get anything done. And that's what Donald Hoffman was saying, that we're in this virtual reality, and we experience this stuff on this level because otherwise we wouldn't get anything done. If we were all like, I bring you love, I bring you peace. If we were all love and expansive love all day, every day, we wouldn't survive, because we wouldn't be able to go and find things to eat, get warmth, get clothing, get shelter, find a partner. The left brain enables us to do all that stuff. But there is certainly stuff that, it's more to life than meets the eye, especially when different animals have such different, like bats are nearly blind, but they have echolocation, and dogs can smell seizures coming. They can smell seizures coming. And birds have, I watched the most amazing documentary. We have 3 cones in our eyes, but birds have 4 cones in their eyes. Birds, like the hummingbird, can see colors that we couldn't even imagine. They see amazing colors. Like they see the electromagnetic, Earth's magnetic field. They see it. And like the dawn chorus, I mean, if we think that sunrises are beautiful, then they must be seeing fucking mega trippy shit. I don't know. It must be really stunning. So we all have different ways of viewing this reality. And it's not a huge stretch that, humans can only see a certain amount of light. Dolphins, or dogs can hear really, really high-pitched sounds that we can't hear. So it's not a huge stretch of the imagination that there's more to this than we can actually see. So that's where I'm trying to delve into for this video. Really, really quickly, I'll show you other stuff that I'm doing. I literally, okay, I'll put it down. There, I did some more work with the tissue paper. I did some really cool, really cute little things, kind of like stained glass effect, you see, which are really, really cool. And then I was trying to build different backgrounds with colored tissue paper, like nebulas and stuff. This is just, I'm just messing around here. And I got this big A2 sheet of acetate, if you can see that, two little boys, and you can put that over there, and that keeps it in. That keeps in your scene that you build, and like little fishy can, you know, be animated across this scene. Pretty cool, pretty easily without having to disrupt it all. And in that way, it's really easy. Just build your scenes, put over the acetate, and then do your animation. So that is what I've been working on. That's what I've been working on. And I don't know if I made any sense in this video. But I tried, and this video is already way too long. So I'm going to say goodbye. But yes, that's what I'm doing. I'm going to try and keep updated. I've got my course this weekend, so it'll probably be next week before I do another video. But that's good because I might have some more stuff done. And I don't know if I articulated myself well in any way. Maybe you think I'm mad, but that's okay because I am a bit mad, and I just wish everybody happiness and peace. And I know it's hard, and we're all just doing the best we can to get through. Loads of love, and I'll chat to you soon.